Welcome back for another episode of Shall We Proceed? This is episode number 4. I am your host, Erlene, aka Elise Main. I am super excited about this show today because fuck it, it's about some single folk shit. Okay? Everyone here is not married. They may be involved, whatever's going on, but they're single and they have a lot to say about the subject. Let me introduce my guest to you. To my left, I have...
Hello, I am Gabrielle Allen.
Hi, Gabrielle.
Hi. How are you?
I am good. Thank you for being here.
I am excited to be here.
I'm excited that you're here.
I am.
To my right, far right, returning to the table is Anthony.
Anthony, thanks for the invite again. I am happy to be here once again.
And we got Big Red right here to my immediate right.
Thank you for having me.
This is going to be fun. This is going to be a really fun show. First, I want y'all to please share the post, get everyone involved. I'll try my best to look at the questions and try to give it to everyone here. Also, after the show, follow me on my Instagram, my YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Find me many places. So, single folk shit.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So, a few stats that I want to bring up that really aren't important. I'm not trying to make it all technical. We're not going to solve problems. I'm not here to answer your questions. We're just going to talk about single life, pros and cons, and the double standards of it. And they were saying that just to date in the United States, low average, $23,000 a year. 23 grand a year,
baby,
to date, to be single and dating in the United States.
Where they going with it? I could date way cheaper than that.
I mean, but that's just like either your parking, your movies, your
That's true.
parking, movies, your gas, your happy hour.
I mean, if you date somebody on the south side, that gas gonna hit you, baby. I'm just saying.
But it costs money to. Basically, what they're saying, it costs money to date. And I think we all know it costs something to date.
It does.
And when the burden's on one side or the other,
speak on that.
We're not going to do that right now. It costs money, but that's a low ball. This just being single and just trying to be sociable costs money.
Yeah.
If you think about how you roll, let's say you happy hour Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you want to do fun day Sunday.
It's brunch Sunday, and you already know that's going to hit you for
$25 a plate, $30 a plate, plus the drinks.
Oh.
You go to your favorite place, Davenport, that's a bill.
I
You better
mean,
drink before you get there.
Oh, so now we're showing up. Wait, he
wait
said
a
snacks.
minute.
Look, I don't
We
know
are
what
not
y'all
taking
them figures
snacks.
Come from, but where I'm from, you don't take all that to do all that.
It takes a lot, though, to date.
Well, to date, I mean, it depends on
Now,
who you dating, too.
I was about to say, now,
Depending on who you
if
dating.
you date one person, it ain't going to be like that.
You don't think you can spend $23,000 on one person for a year?
I spend $23,000 on somebody. We go together already automatically. There's no dating. We
I
married.
need a part-time job to date you.
But that's some people's salary. It's half of some people's salary a year.
That's what I'm saying. That is.
I think it's demographics. I think it deals with your income. I mean, I think living in Houston area, it costs money to date if you're not trying to find cheaper ways to date.
Right.
Yeah, stay away from downtown parking high.
But on the weekends, event parking goes up to $20 to park, all those things.
Yeah.
But as single people or attached people who's not married, what are the troubles or the issues that you find with dating? I'll let you go first, Gabby.
I think we were talking about this in the room when we were all getting together and just having a conversation. There has to be a time period where we talk about intention. And it feels like when people are dating now, we just date to date. We just date to say we got somebody to go out with. We got somebody to go to lunch with. I can do all that single. I do that very well. I take care of me. I mean, I love to go out to eat. I love to travel. But when you're doing it with somebody, it seems as though it becomes a conversation of, can you plan a date? Does the date have to be $23,500 for the year? Can we just go hang out? And let's just talk about the fact of what hanging out really means. So I think it talks about who you're dating, the intentions of what you're dating, or of whom you're dating, and then the idea of what that dating looks like to you. Like, what are you willing to do while dating? What are you not willing to do while dating? You know, we had the conversation about safety. Safety is a factor for me. You're not picking me up on the first date, the second date, the third date. I'm going to drive my own truck just in case I need to leave. Just saying.
I mean, I think for me, the biggest issue that I find with dating is everyone's not single. And
Say
they
that
don't,
again.
and they're not saying they're not single.
Right.
You know, I live a true drama-free life. Like Erlene is single.
Yes.
You do not have to worry about anyone running up on us anywhere we go. But a lot of times communication is lost in this lovely world, and people aren't single.
Correct.
And I have to ask them, all right, so who out there doesn't know that you're single though?
Right. Who's claiming you on the
who's
side?
claiming you? Because sometimes people claim you and you don't even know you're claimed.
Correct.
Because you're doing some real involved shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, we're in love and this is my man. I'm
It's
like,
just not defined.
it's
huh?
not defined.
No.
So then you have my safety is in play.
Correct.
And see, then I have an issue because I'm not bringing that drama for you.
No.
So now I need to ask a bunch of questions before we even go on a date. I don't go on dates really quickly.
No.
We communicate, we have a conversation, I look at your consistency and what's going on and see where you're coming from and what this may or may not be.
Check your stat sheet.
Check that stat sheet, you know,
Yeah,
and
indeed.
then go from there because I don't want my safety an issue on what's going on in your personal life. Nothing against you, but how are you rolling?
Right.
Because people aren't afraid of jail time anymore.
Shit,
Well,
I
I
am.
know I
I'm
could
light
do-
skinned. I'm not going
You know,
to jail.
they know they're gonna do a little bit of time. It's not a big deal.
Right.
Or and we always have so much baggage and damage from relationships that we all carry.
Yeah.
And
So
we have
there's a truth
triggers.
aspect. There's a truth aspect that people don't want to have that truth.
You know.
And we had that conversation about what we were watching before is the idea of when you're dating someone, how much do you divulge? Like, do I tell you up front all the things I'm not going to do, all the things I have done, all the things I might consider doing, or are you going to be judgmental? And I feel like judgmental is a big factor in dating because we are quick to say, oh, how you do that? What was you thinking?
No, they've done it before themselves.
Correct.
Ooh,
Correct. So there's that point of it too.
I hate that.
I think dating is I think I'm speaking from my male perspective is geared to females. I mean, when you say $23,000 a year, that's the man spending that. It's not the female. Like she said, she has certain things that she's not gonna do before she dates you. So that means I'm gonna be doing most of the planning, most of the organizational skills. You want to see what I bring to the table. So that pretty much falls on the man. And an average man, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm not making that much money to be trying to impress you for $23,000 a year. What do you bring to the table? I mean, shit. I need to get a hell of a steak and some potatoes at the end of the night. I want to, some wine and everything. I mean, I need some.
So that 23,000, she got to wine and dine.
Yeah, it can't just be
Really,
all.
Anthony?
Why
What's
you
your
really
thought on
asking
it?
me?
What's your struggles with dating? And then I'm gonna come back to that foolishness he just said. What's your
He
struggles with
said
dating?
something important though. He said, "What are you bringing to the table?" So it is implying that the man has a table, so he is already going to be providing in some way or fashion, right? So what are you going to add to that just by other than just being present?
Not only that, I don't want to cut you off, but you could go on dates 5 days a week. I mean, you ain't paying
You
for
ain't
it.
the only date
So
she
you-
going on.
Exactly.
So
with,
wait,
bro.
hold on. So are y'all saying that women in 2019 are not paying for dates? Because I think that's a whole
We're
lot.
not
I didn't
saying y'all
say
not
that. I didn't
paying,
say that.
but y'all expect the initial date to be on the man. So if
No,
you
I don't expect that. I stopped
if
expecting that because
well,
I know
let's
me.
say, let's say the first date is on the man. Can we agree on that? So the first date is usually
I
9
ain't
times
paying
out
for
to the
shit on the
man,
first
right?
date. We ain't even spending money on the first date.
So if you
Oh,
go
so
out
now
with
we
5
with a bottle of
dudes,
water in our hand and have a
that's
conversation.
5 meals you got for free right there in 1 week. I'm still
But that
hungry.
mentality alone is an issue.
Yes.
It is, but it's true.
But that's when you walk into any relationship, any type of situation, or meet someone thinking automatically it's gonna be a waste of time. I'm gonna have to put out this money.
Right.
It's a negative already. So many women are willing to pay. If I ask you, I'm paying.
Y'all don't ask. Y'all not gonna ask.
I
You're
don't
not
know.
gonna
I
ask.
don't know. I don't
You're
know.
not gonna ask till you feel
I don't know
comfortable
who y'all
around
dealt
him
with.
the first time.
I don't
You're
know
not
what's
gonna ask the
going
first
on,
time.
but
She said, "Who you dealing with?"
I don't know who
I don't know who they're
y'all
dealing
dealing
with.
with. But in this day and age, when it comes down to
I
because
mean-
men feel that way, you know what? I have no problem. Do I need to pay the tip? I pay for parking. Let me drive. I got this. I don't mind.
Right. There's
that.
bits and pieces of how
Because
we can date for sure.
I'm tired of back in the day when just because you took me out to dinner, I had a date once.
You owe me something.
And the date total, I'm not lying to you, was $65. He said to me, "Oh, I'm gonna get some piece of ass for $65." I said, "What?" I said, let me grab my purse and run you all that 65.
All of it.
Thank you.
I mean, that might have been that man last $65.
Then don't take me out on a date.
Don't ask me
Yeah.
out. You should have said
And
no.
damn it, this is a whole lot. You need a whole lot more than 65
I'm going to time the ice cream truck and meet you at the park.
at the park.
And say the ice cream truck going to meet us at 6:30 tonight.
Nah, but it just really depends on what type of woman you dating. I mean, you have some women who expect a man to pay for the first date, which I've seen most of the time is how it is. Some women don't mind asking a man out, but they usually ask him when they feel comfortable on their own time. 9 times out of 10, the man paying for the first date. So
And what's
that's
wrong with
how-
that, though?
No, nothing's wrong with it.
It's tradition.
It's tradition, but it's like it benefits y'all. So when you say $23,000 a year, I think that's more of a man putting out his pocket than a female.
Well, it actually was a mixture of all, what women and men put out just to be single and sociable.
I've been paid. Like I've had first dates where women paid, and then I appreciate the gesture.
Yeah, we like
I
that. We like to
appreciate-
feel. You don't want to feel used either. So,
And
you know.
I've declined them and I've accepted them. You know, and it depended on who she was and how
There
it
you
was
go.
going. Sometimes if I meet you and we having a conversation, and I used to do this. I've changed. I've changed a lot. I went from being traditional and doing what I thought was the right thing to do, into understanding that I'll be broke and I don't be having enough
Yep.
money
Your
to
car
just
be on
even
E.
just. I'll be like, you know
Your
what?
stomach be
I'm
growling.
making decisions. I'm making
Damn, what happened to my money?
decisions on my.
Oh yeah, I took
on
a little
my
girl out
regular
Wednesday. She ordered that steak.
But what do you think is the hardest thing besides the dating and the first date? What have you noticed that's changed? We're all over a certain age.
Communication. Oh my
What's changed the most?
God.
Communication?
I
and
feel like
dating?
communication. Like we were just seeing on the movie we were watching. She was giving people Instagram handles. I don't need your Instagram handles.
Right.
I'm gonna need all them digits. 832-713-346-936. I need all that. I don't have the time. I'm not gonna go through. First of all, let's just talk about it. Okay, we're gonna put the whole cat out the bag. People who online date. I've online dated before. If it hasn't been Bumble, if it hasn't been POF, if it hasn't been something of that nature.
Get off of POF. That's where the hell is at.
POF
You'll be
is where the
surprised,
hoes at.
though.
You play too much.
But you'll be surprised the big business they said in 2014, dating industry was a $2 billion industry.
I believe
Easily.
it.
They making money off folks staying single. And we're staying single. There's less people getting
I
married
think,
than
I think
getting
it's by
married.
Yeah.
I think it's by design. I think, to me personally, I think the lack of, communication between, I'm gonna say, black people, men and women, is by design. I think we so scared that we're gonna get hurt
Right.
that neither parties put themselves out there.
Past experiences.
Yeah, and the older you get, the worse it get. So I think men scared to open up and be real with a woman. I think a woman is scared to open up and be with a man, and it's a vicious cycle.
So
that
we're gonna
keep
stay
on.
scared because we scared
No.
of.
I think
what could
You
be.
gotta break the cycle.
But I think the problem with that, when it comes to the opening up, men weren't taught to open up.
Correct.
Y'all were just
When I
taught.
say open up, I mean
I know
give
what
a
you,
chance.
but I mean, but
just
we
give a chance.
demand emotion and understanding
And
when
we're
that's
not
not
built
even
like- we're
not
not
built
built like
that
that.
way.
Right.
No one teaches you how to date.
We
No.
taught
You're taught to
from little.
how
Y'all
to get
taught
married, but
from
then you're
little.
not taught
Y'all
how
are
to be
taught
taught.
how to play house and Betty Crocker
They said
baking
the people
oven
who
and all
played
that.
house was freaks.
You know,
though.
we
Did y'all
played
see that
with-
meme? Y'all saw that meme?
We played
The
with
people who
guns.
play
Yeah, yeah.
We played with
yeah.
guns, knives, and Playboy books. That's what I grew up on.
Oh, what's
Playboy
that?
books.
We
You
not-
grew up on some Playboy
Yeah, I
books.
grew up
Playboy
on Playboy
magazine?
books.
That's that New Orleans in you.
That's
I
the
don't know.
Nolans.
you know,
Wait a
hey.
minute. That's that 7 Ward.
Well,
What they say, girls is sugar and spice and everything nice.
We
and-
are.
Everything nice.
I don't know about that.
Well, sugar is known to kill you,
Yeah, you'll give you diabetes.
and spice
You
will
need
give you
insulin.
I'm
heartburn.
done with
You know, sugar give you insulin.
I'm done with you. Your mic is off.
Right.
I'm
I-
just saying.
No, I mean, but it's true.
Okay.
It's true.
I-
It's true.
What I'm saying is this: when you was talking about, whether the norms or what's changed.
What's changed?
I think what's changed, and I can just go from my own personal experience. We have become a little bit more disengaged and a little bit quicker to move to the next person. We're not engaging that person enough to even know who they are. We finding something wrong, like we just said. You taking your past experiences, like, yeah, you got the same car he had. I'm not dealing with you.
That's that PTSD in dating.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
You know,
real.
you see an Altima roll up
That
like,
shit
oh,
real.
that chick smashed
That
my
shit
windows
real.
in an Altima.
yes.
You have an Altima. I can't.
Or your
even
name
fool with
Keisha. I
No.
can't date you.
Like-
I can't date you. Your name
Yeah.
Keisha.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with who she is, but you haven't gotten over what you've been through, right? And I tell people, if you've been with someone for so much time, it takes about half the time you was with that person to get over them, to go on.
And I
to that
and I
next
would,
person.
you know, on that I think people hop from relationship to relationship too quickly.
Yeah.
You know, I know some people say I'm not single more than 90 days. What? How is that
Yeah.
even
See, they
possible?
They got a girl on my
How are
IG.
you-
She in 4 months. She had 4 dudes.
It's like, how are you
I'm like,
even
damn.
cultivating relationships?
Talking about God
How
brought
are
him.
you even knowing
No,
that you're
God did
in
not bring
love
that
like
shit.
that or care about someone? And if you cannot be single and know how to be by yourself in that sense, to me, you're not gonna be good for anyone else. And like
no,
someone
'cause you
said in our
can't love
comments,
yourself.
it's a microwave society. I think social media and
Yeah,
the
everybody want that
openness
instant
they're trying
gratification.
to. Well, if that's how they're doing it, why we're not doing it that way?
Right.
Or I need to one up this person or that
That's
person.
childish.
But that's just how it is, though.
I'm not like that. I'm old school. I'm not old school.
What's,
But
what's
how many-
old school?
What's old school?
Yeah.
What's old school?
Do everything. See, you don't even. First of all this social media shit, that shit whack.
Basically,
It's
Well,
whack.
Terrell, some of us
Because
don't
a lot
like
of
going
people,
out.
a lot of people not even who they are on social media.
That's true. It's
First
You're
of
not,
all,
they're not the same person.
You're not
right?
even the same filter. You got 14
Oh my
filters
God, man.
on.
This
You're
boy
a cat
preaching.
one day, you're a bunny,
Really?
you're
Yes.
a wolf the next day. I don't know what the fuck
Yes,
it is. when
I
see that
hate
person.
these filters.
So
It's turns.
first of all, you give me a fake illusion of who you are.
A
first of
bunny
all.
and a wolf.
why
So
you
I
got
don't-
freckles?
Because
You
y'all
ain't
are
got
visual.
freckles.
Shit,
Y'all are
you-
visual people.
You're very visual.
We're visual,
But
but
if
be
you come
visual
there
with
with
real
no
shit.
freckles,
Don't-
I'll be like, where your freckles?
I don't even notice you in public when you pass me. Girls in pass, but hey, I just told you I didn't recognize you. I didn't have a filter on,
Fake
but I don't know
moles.
you. This shit.
Fake
so
moles.
we're rushing. We have filters. Spending the money is ridiculous. People aren't being truthful. We're not communicating.
True.
It's a lot.
So what's the more fuck shit that's going on?
It's
Is
a
that
lot of
fucked
fuck
up.
shit
going
going
on.
on.
That's
So why
people-
even
that's
try
why
to date?
I
You gotta
think
find that right person
I
that
think-
fit you.
But how do you find that? How do you find that person?
It's like a needle in a haystack.
Man, listen.
It's like a needle.
it's,
But when you
so
find it,
it's,
dude,
it is tiring.
When you
I
find it.
remember.
Dating becomes
I remember
very tiring.
I said, look, man, take a break because one, people can drain your energy,
True.
and if you get around the wrong person and get around a succubi, she.
What you say? Who?
It's like
Did you say a suck
Yes.
you by? I would like the definition.
I-
This is the spelling
oh
bee.
man, we ain't got no
I
time
need
for
a
a succubi.
spelling bee.
Is that
But
like a meal
but
hustle?
I'll call these like emotional vampires. They will
Okay.
drain you
Okay.
of everything that they can from you. Either it be something financially, emotional, just like what I like to call them manipulative time wasters, because what they like to do is think that they gonna give you some access to some vag, but then they just using your time.
he said
Yes,
that.
yeah.
That sounds like a disease.
It is sometimes. It can be.
Hell of a drug.
But hell of a
Hell of a
drug.
drug. Hell
But,
of a drug. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a pretend access to some, just so you can help me move, because I got a lot of stuff to move this weekend. And are you
So
gonna
you're saying
come and do
we're
it?
using-
Yeah.
So men don't use women? Let me
men
hear
use
this lie.
women just as much as women use men.
Very much
Well,
so.
let me say this: women and men do the
that
same
sounds like
thing.
a claim. I like to know where
Women do,
it's
men
coming.
do the same thing. You can't say women do this, men do that. For everything a man did, a woman done too.
And like I said, women and men use each other. You know, it
Why
happens.
women? No, please say how men are being.
Okay. Men put women in categories.
All
Either
the time.
fuckable, dateable, wifeable. Let me say this. If you know for a fact this chick, she's cute, but she's not your arm candy, but she cooking clean and she don't mind doing it, you're not going to stop her from coming to your house and cooking a full meal for you and cleaning your house. Well, she wanted to do it, so I'm not going to tell her not
do it
to.
because she's independent.
Okay. You
Wait.
know this other one over here, the guarantee fuck.
No, be a
Yeah,
I don't
Guarantee.
want her, but for the time being,
Accountable towards what? Because
It's-
you haven't
and-
been accountable
and
to
you will-
tell
and
me who
until
I
you
am.
actually say it. Why say it? Well, I mean, she want to come around. I didn't tell her we together, but
Right.
I mean,
But
you
we
know.
hang out.
So okay.
No
So
labels.
she's
Listen,
you have one
you-
chick washing clothes and cleaning, one chick come in at 2 a.m. to make sure your shit is wet and you're good. But I mean, they want to do it. So what's the problem?
No, listen. He sound like he got his shit together, and women like him and want to do that for him.
Get the fuck out.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
You just said.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I am
You just
good
gave
for
me
a lot of things, Anthony.
Can you?
Are you kidding me?
Just when I wanted to can I finish what I was saying? Can I finish what I said?
Yeah, you know what? Finish your statement. Go right ahead.
And this is let's just be real. There are men that women want to fuck, right? And they don't need him to do anything special for them. They just lust after this guy. He is a top A1 guy in their eyes, whatever, right? If you come in and say, I want to show him that
I'm trying real hard.
Let me finish. I'm almost done. He needs to keep me.
I'm trying real hard.
He needs to keep me, and I'm gonna do A, B, and C so he can stay with me.
I'm trying real hard.
Is that him using her? Is that him taking advantage of her?
You know why he's taking advantage? And this is the issue I have with men and women who do it. If you do not want that person, do not take anything from them, because you're giving them the expectation and the hope more is coming. That's how folks get killed and their car gets slashed up and they get stuff happening. We're grown, but it still happens though.
So he's going to tell her to stop.
But you know what I've noticed with men, 'cause I'm not a man, I have no idea. But until you say it, it can't be true. I didn't say it. I mean, she want to come by, she want to cook. It's okay, but I will say women do it also. And it's both for people allowing it to happen. So but y'all know
what's the argument? Coming to your house and clean and cook is a problem? If you don't have no intentions on being with it?
If you have no intention of being with this person and you know you don't want that person, why accept?
So if I tell her, hey, I don't want you, and you still come to my house and cook and clean,
if you're telling that person that and you're verbalizing that, that's on them. But you know, we all
but you
know
have a
people
responsibility too
who do not say it. And have a roster of people who do not know, and then they see them out, and it's a whole fight happening.
Yeah.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
You're not 20.
It's still happening.
No, it's still happening. We still dragging
something.
They'll still dragging
motherfuckers' names and shit.
No, let me tell you something.
They gonna add them on Instagram, Twitter, and wherever else, and then we gonna meet out.
You'd be surprised how many men may approach me. We exchange information, and I get strange calls coming all of a sudden. I'm getting strange inboxes, all these things. Oh, you know so-and-so?
But see, that's the internet, see?
Just don't do what you're doing right now. I'll close my microphone. Don't do what you're doing. I mean, I'm just saying, be honest.
I don't like this shit.
I ain't with that girl. Right. Are you sure?
Because she just told me y'all was together last night.
Are you sure?
When you left my house, you said you was going home.
And that's why I don't let people come to my house.
No.
Because I don't need those problems.
Motherfuckers that claim you don't, they ain't never seen you before. They probably got a motherfucker right now. Oh, I love him. They ain't never seen you before.
So somebody on my Instagram said the best course of action is just to let someone know up front what it is.
Well, shouldn't you know that before you start jumping in there?
How many men have told a woman before, I do not want you,
hold on,
and the woman still catch feelings?
So the scenario is Anthony and I go out. Anthony and I have had a good time. We went to drink us some good scotch. We listened to some good music. We done smoked a cigar. All right, so now this is date 1. Okay, date 2 comes around. We still having a good vibe. We talking. He texting. He calling. He give me the good morning, boo. How you doing? You know that's an important.
I don't do that.
Oh, you gonna do it? What you gonna do?
Oh,
however,
so y'all forceful with this shit.
See why we single. I'll go ahead.
But I'm just saying. So we get past date 3, date 4, date 5. Now in this moment, I've now become accustomed to know that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is Anthony and Gabby time. Or if Gabby has an event and I invite Anthony to him, Anthony comes out, he dapper, he got his coat, he ready. He on time, he looking good, got his head shaved, beard trimmed up, we ready to roll.
You
right.
talking about me,
right. But then it drops when I get ready to introduce you to somebody. And I say, oh, this is my boo. This is Bae. And you
see the difference.
Your whole attitude changes. Then all of a sudden, you stop calling, you stop texting. You don't Friday, Saturday, Sunday no more because there wasn't something set up in the beginning to say, hey, look, I just want to hang out. I don't want nothing from you. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to go no further than just hanging out, eating, drinking, having a good time.
And that's the thing with me. I no longer get excited when I meet people, honestly. But I do not even assume we can go out 50 million times.
Right.
You're not meeting anyone as boo until we have a conversation.
Yeah, there has to be that.
That's me, because I no longer get excited.
But we're
when I
also
meet
in this
people.
room. In this room, we're all 35 plus. So
I'm
we all
25,
have
I know what
under.
you're talking about.
I don't know what you talking about.
She might be the oldest one.
Okay.
41, I'm not
But I mean, I
scared
just
to
no
see.
longer get excited.
You can't.
And
You can't.
and before I even, and I do a lot of things. I go to a lot of places. I have a great array of friends and networking situation. I'm not bringing anyone around until I know for sure we're doing something.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted to
Go
her
ahead,
to
I'm
finish what she was saying. She was like, she bringing me around, and then all of a sudden introducing me as Bae, and we ain't.
You ain't never said you was
I'm
big.
like, wait a minute. We gonna say Bae? You didn't call me Bae when we was together. So how you just introducing me is that without a
Because my
discussion?
assumption is.
Ooh, that's what's.
Oh, don't think. No, hold on. I don't make assumptions. I'm not gonna ever make myself look like an ass. That's what we're not gonna do. But however, there's gonna be that assumption of someone who's not nearly as strong as myself or her, who's gonna say, "Oh, well, Anthony and I see each other. We go out, we hang out. He called me, I call him. I split the bill, or I take on the bill." It becomes that idea of a fantasy.
See, you've invested in
Correct.
this, right?
Correct.
So, because you've invested, you feel that's what men go through all the time, ladies. When we are dating you, we are doing a lot of the work up front. We are approaching you with the aspect of being rejected. That the chance is there to be rejected. If we're successful, we're like, cool, I got through that one. Let me ask her out.
Even if you get the number, you still ain't
Yeah,
guaranteed.
she may call, she may respond, she may not. You never know.
It might be a
I
wrong
might have
number.
gave you the Google Voice
Somebody
number.
else. See what I'm saying?
So when we give you the Google Voice attitude, don't get mad.
So
That's fine.
we're jumping a lot of hoops to get to the actual date itself. It makes sure you don't fucking flake, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you actually show up, so you make sure you get to the date. Then once we was like, okay, we had a good time. But guess what? She may see somebody that look 2 times, 3 times better than me, and then he was giving her the sexy eye. And now is she thinking about me at that point? She said, you know what? This gonna hurt Anthony. Nah, she's like, no, my sexual market value just shot up because he likes me and he's way better looking than Anthony. His car looks way more nicer than Anthony's. So I'm gonna take advantage of this and move and put more time towards this because this is like a better opportunity. This is the dating game you're dealing with right now. It's not people are like saying, I'm actually going to be exclusive to somebody. These people are dating 2, 3, 4 guys a week.
Yep, full, belly full.
Yes,
Ain't
and
paid for a damn meal.
yes,
Good.
exactly.
Man, that's coming from the depths of your soul
He
when you
knows.
said it.
He
My
knows.
partners tell me all the time to get meal hustle. I gotta speak for the person.
You know, and I hate that term, but I've heard it quite a bit.
Go on. It's been going on for a long time.
What you say?
Meal hustle.
Meal hustle.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and and thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. Angel was saying that she likes clarity before we even go on a date and hang out. What's your intent?
What is this?
And then you hear people say, "Oh, go with the flow, this and that."
But what are we supposed to say on the first date? What's my intent? We going out to eat. Like,
don't
I don't
know
know what
anything.
your intent. I
But
don't
I
know
think-
you yet.
I think what it
You
is,
might be crazy.
but every man knows.
No, we don't. We don't know
Every
till we
man-
know you.
Every man knows right now today, I ain't really ready to settle down just yet. I'm just having a good time.
I still got my
Nah,
cocoa.
that don't work like
Who
that.
should be doing
Sometimes-
that?
I'm just saying though. I
Sometimes
think,
you might meet somebody be like, I'm ready to settle down. Maybe it's the one.
But what I'm saying is, you have people out here right now who say, "Look, I'm just dating, having a good time."
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
you
doing
know
me.
this.
That sounds like the women.
So they the ones who say go with the flow.
What y'all women say? I'm
If you
doing
meet a
me.
woman that tells you, I'm really looking for a relationship, and you know right now you just want to just have a good time, you should say that. Really, I'm just having a good time dating.
Do women say that?
That's what. Yeah, women say that.
Yeah, women say
What
that.
I'm saying is, if you don't say that and you just continue with someone that wants something stable in a relationship, they're dating with a purpose, and your purpose is I'm just trying to I
Older
got out
women
of
say
something.
that. Older women, 35 plus. Look, baby,
I'm
I just
35
want some.
plus.
I
Oh,
just
baby.
want some, get some
35 plus.
oxtails, and we can read Bible scriptures or something like
Oxtail,
that. We don't need
cornbread,
nothing
some
serious.
greens.
Young girls ain't gonna tell you they ain't looking for nothing. They gonna see what they can get out you.
I think there's a time period though. I think there's, like he just said,
We're not
young
being
young
honest
women
out
who
here.
are under the age of 30 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm not speaking for anybody who could be watching is tuning in or whatever the case may be, but I only know that as me, 38 years old with 2 children, I am at the point in my life to where I do not have the time to just play with you. I do not have the time to say, for one, I'm busy. I have a business. I have 2 active children. I have a senior next year. There's no time for you to just be like, oh, I'm going to just, I'll holler at you, or we can hang out.
That's where the questions come in. Are we vetting each other?
What's that?
But
Yeah.
to me,
Enough.
before you even go on a date,
Yes.
Are we vetting, right?
before
She
you
said
even
Conversation.
you have to take time.
to me, you don't go on a date after meeting me today. You're cute. No, let's have some communication,
Yeah.
talking, texting, at least a week or two. Honestly, because we're all busy people, to see if this someone you even want to entertain, because they may be way
Time
too
is
busy
money, yeah.
or
Yep.
have more
you see
free
them
time
red
than
flags.
you.
You see them red flags.
And you're like, why would I spend money?
she got Tourette's.
Because to me, forget about the money. My time is precious.
The
Time
time.
is
The
so
time.
So
precious.
if you're
Yeah.
a busy person and you go up with this person you met 2 days ago,
Yep.
and they batshit crazy on date number 1, you're like, why I even wasted my gas and my?
Exactly.
You ever had
Can
a
I
date,
get-
you ever had a bad date like that?
I've had a bad
Like
date.
the first date, you like, oh hell.
Oh my God.
I
Like, to
had
the
a
point
first.
where
I had a
ooh,
first date where we're sitting there at Papado's, and his wife walks in and sits down.
baby.
Check.
Oh, you
please.
scratching your head? Huh?
Check, please.
I'm sitting here. We're having a lovely little time, and and we had a back and forth.
Okay.
He met me somewhere. How you doing? What's going on? The vibe was great. Okay, I met him. We sat down. We had dinner. And the thing about it is, he would call me. I would call him any point in time. It was never anything. There was no parameters.
She was out of town.
Who knows? I don't even care. And I'm sitting there, and come and pulls a chair from the other table and sits. I'm thinking it's a waste after coming and say, hey, how you doing? Let me take your order, because it happens sometimes. Looking at me, who are you? I'm like,
This is when you take your hand and be like, this is my sister in Christ.
and I'm saying,
Can we bow our heads right now?
and he's sitting there, he's like, I said, my name is so and so. Oh, okay. So this that bitch. I said, wait.
Whoa.
I said, first of all, ma'am, I don't even know who you are. Direct your energy towards someone else. Well, I'm his wife. I said, well, you know what? Before you call me that bitch one more time, handle that with him. I'll leave y'all here. It's been real. But you need to have that energy somewhere else.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I'm like, and it's happened to me more than
You go
once.
down and
Oh,
Not
for
asking
sure.
the right questions.
No.
Bad
Let's-
at Papa Do's.
Hold on.
It's my fault.
No,
It's my fault.
That is not the truth, because let me tell you, just like we had the conversation.
Is not good enough.
No, that's a lie, because see, you can hide a whole lot of things. And you can hide up until the time period that you want to decide that you want to deal with somebody or you don't want to deal with somebody. You can hide all the way up to the time that we damn near might be getting married, and you say, hey, by the way, I used to be a woman. I don't know. There's a lot of things you can hide. There's a lot of things you can hide.
No,
in
that's a whole other
2019.
topic,
It's
right?
a
It
whole
is a
other
whole other
conversation.
topic. But what she's alluding to is that we do get dealt sometimes a very bad hand. And I'm not saying that women don't, or men don't, excuse me, because Cheaters is still real. If y'all watch it, Cheaters is still on TV. That's a very valid show. I mean,
none of
it's
them women
still
leaving that
real.
man.
It's still, and no one's gonna leave each other at the end of this. They've been doing this forever. They are literally, I would say, almost to the point where they are almost, a celebrity in the thing, because they do it so much. They are literally, this is their profession of cheating on their significant other. And so it's not something that you can just say, oh, I didn't ask the right question. Oh, I didn't ask this. Oh, I've been to people's houses.
And what
I would have
bothers
never
me-
known until the ring fell out his pocket.
And what bothers me is this, the women who are involved with these cheating men, not all of them, so don't come for me, they attack the woman. And a lot of times, we had no idea,
Zero clue.
because the men rolling through here acting real single-like.
Yeah.
So now we're all these hoes and sluts and side chicks. I'm like, I didn't even know you existed.
He didn't been to the house.
We had a whole weekend trip.
Whole
What you
weekend
talking
trip.
about?
I got passport stamps. Where was you at?
Damn, how you did that shit?
Because he said he was at work.
But I
baby.
mean, dating is hard, and it's silly, and we can make it too
That man is
difficult or it's
strategic,
easy.
man.
I stupid.
A
I
whole
can't stand
weekend?
y'all.
That nigga disappeared like Jesus.
Wow.
3 days. Come back on the 4th day, like
I can't stand.
There are strategic people who do that.
Wow.
I take a lot of strategy to do all that. dude.
Yeah, because like you said, you gotta avoid, cross action.
Yeah.
There's cross action. So y'all been in houses of married people and didn't know it.
No pictures on the wall.
No.
Looks
I
like
mean,
a bachelor
what I'm
pad.
saying though is dating right now is not dating when we were in our 20s.
Hell no, they didn't have social media.
Social
Keep
media
telling you.
has
killed the game.
Debbie just said a very good thing. She said the whole side chick, side dude thing is glorified. People think it's cool. That's real.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Side chicks
It's
get
a
a
few
lot of
people-
hell, and I'm here to speak up for all the side chicks. And there will be not any side chicks if a lot of women handle their business in the first place. I'm the one. I said that shit. I said it.
Get
Seven Ward
'em.
has spoken.
Dang,
Seven
shot.
Ward has
Get 'em.
spoken.
shot.
I'm not saying it's right.
Fired.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I just
Say it
saying
with your show.
I understand.
Get 'em.
Shots
I
fired.
understand.
Those were 40 gauge shotguns, guys.
I'm just saying.
They're out.
You know.
No, Olivia Pope hooked that up. She was, let's say, it's okay.
You said Olivia Pope.
Yeah, you can.
Look what
She was
Patrick just
glorified.
said. Yeah.
You can
She was glorified
and
because
no,
she slept with a
did
white,
anybody, did any
successful
women
white
speak
man.
against that? No, they glorified.
Let's-
that.
Because she was with a successful white man.
Hey.
Now had he been a
Whoa.
dirty
Hey.
crackhead, they was
Oh,
like she is
oh.
wrong.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Baby, that part
I'm
two
just
is coming.
I'm just
Am I wrong?
I'm
I'm just
just
saying.
let y'all
If
have
you'd have
y'all's
been
conversation.
Harry that worked for the UPS,
No, she's not giving you that work.
but when he runs the country and he's a white man, it's okay.
Oh my
just
God!
saying.
I will say that it has been glorified in some ways, and Scandal show, but that's another double standard when it comes to
Social
things. When
programming.
women do things, sometimes it's like cheered, and when men do it, it's
And
frowned
vice versa.
upon.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna
And
say this:
that's
when
just a
y'all
lot
call
with-
men dogs, we can't be dogs unless a hoe is open their legs. We can't. It has to be
No offense to hoes.
mutual. And I'm not calling women hoes,
Yeah.
by
You
the
just
way.
did though.
But if we're dogs, then it has to be hoe. It has to be equal, right?
Actually, a dog's a female.
You can't,
a female
A
dog.
You
man-
can't say
a-
a man is a whoremonger. I'll say that a man's a whoremonger if he's not dealing
But
with
this is
a
the thing:
whore
you can
himself.
call a man a whoremonger, you can call him a Rolling Stone, you can call him a dog. He still doesn't carry the scarlet letter that a woman will.
Correct.
You can be out here hoeing, dipping and dabbing, running these streets. I'm just saying
to
though.
get sex. It's
And then
easier
y'all-
for y'all.
It's
No.
harder for you to get sex. How? Pussy is free every day.
There's more of us
Quit
than
lying.
you.
Where is that at?
There's more of us than you.
Where's
That's
what?
the double standard that I cannot stand when it comes to being
I'll say
single
it's
and just being
easier.
a woman. The fact of the matter is you can do whatever
believe
you
that.
want. Your clock is not ticking. You can
Well-
have a roster of 100 deep.
That's biology.
You know what I mean? You can have 100 deep women
We
that
are-
you're fooling
I'm not
with.
saying it's right or wrong, but we are set up.
Right. We can
We are
have a
set up
kid
to
a
do
day. One kid a day.
I'm not
I can't
being
even.
no. Listen,
I
I'm
can't
I'm
even
being
take you
serious.
seriously right
this is
now.
what I'm saying. We men are set up. We are not connected sexually like y'all are. We can have outside families. Y'all can't. It's not right. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying we're set up different. We can move from sexual partner to sexual partner without being connected. Y'all can't do that. So that's why
That's a
it's
lie.
a double standard. Not always.
That's
So
a
yeah,
lie.
some women can, but
I
the
didn't
majority
learn.
of women who sleep with multiple men, they take every piece of that man that they had sex with them,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes the woman
I can't.
crazier
I
and
just can't
crazier.
even listen to you
I'm
right now.
trying to tell you some real shit. This is real. Men, look, we are not set up to be. We could, if we love somebody, yeah, we'll be emotionally tied to that person. But by nature, we are not emotionally set up like females. You say that yourself at the beginning of the podcast. So we can move different. Why you think you can't have? Okay, I'm a man. I can have outside family. Let's say I'm married.
Oh, a lot of y'all do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But can a woman do that? Can you have an outside family and
We
another
gotta
husband?
we gotta
and
take y'all the
another-
kids with
Can't-
us. I mean, they gotta
Thank
come
you.
on.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
Y'all
can't leave children.
Y'all not
But
designed like
that
that.
happens though. Women
What I'm
have
saying,
kids.
what I'm
with men
saying,
and
what I'm
go
saying is
get
this
married
though. In this world, I don't care if it's 2019 or 1919, we are not allowed to be as free and open with how we date and how we are sexually and how we do things the way men. Anything y'all would judge.
Because
You can
it's
be out
not
here
the
right now
same.
hoeing in these streets, and you can have a female doing the same thing. All of a sudden, she's not worth anything, but you are. Your worth you never lose your value, and that's a problem for me.
That's
I don't care about
that's
your
not
butt.
that design. That's
I don't
not
care.
by our design.
And y'all be
Who
the
designed-
main.
who made
and
that-
you,
who made
and
that
you
like
have
that?
men out here who hoeing out
Who
here.
made it like that?
And be
then?
the main one talking about females. Be like,
Who
oh
made it
yeah, I
like
can't. She too accessible. I don't want her to. I'm like, you out here dipping. I know your history. I've seen your roster.
But the more
I know
men,
how you get down.
you don't understand.
You know what I mean?
The more men y'all sleep with, it does something to y'all chemically, psychologically. It doesn't do that for us. So if you meet I don't know, I'm gonna just ask him. You ever met a woman who slept around with a bunch of men? How is her personality? She crazy.
I don't
She
know. I
crazy.
can't.
She bad. She
I don't
crazy.
even know where you get this from.
I'm
I
telling
can't
you,
even.
It's in the Bible.
That
I
is
can't-
not in the
I
Bible.
can't-
It's in the Bible.
I
Bible
can't
scholars,
even-
that is
Why
not
you
in the
think you're not
Bible.
supposed to
even-
have sex with a bunch of people? You're supposed to have sex with one person.
That goes for everyone. Though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know why it goes more for women? Because y'all take that emotional
Shit.
tie with y'all. Every man you've been with, you will take that. Why you think a lot of women out there damaged?
That's not true.
So a lot of women out there ain't
You have
damaged?
women who have been with one person that damaged.
Correct.
Well, that means they crazy off something else, dude. But when you've been with 25 plus 30,000 men, that's why, nobody want to be with a porn star. At the end of the day, those numbers add up. They mean something.
She has lost any soul connections.
Thank you.
But
because
soul
she's had
ties
too
are real.
many.
My girlfriend just said soul ties are real.
Yeah,
So
she-
you have
No,
to be
it's
careful.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
When you have that many partners,
Thank
But
you.
I think
lose it.
I
You
think
Take
the
something
problem
with you.
is
You take something
though-
from all the men that been inside you. You go crazy. I'm telling you.
all that
It's
baby.
And
Right.
men, and I will
I'ma
say
look it
this,
up and see.
can't
there's a
even-
lot of men that are damaged. And if we're going to talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
Yes.
damaging,
Exactly.
I feel like there's a
Exactly.
lot of men who have been damaged from whether it be
Crazy
she
women.
left you because of whatever, she left you because of this, she left, or y'all just split and there wasn't a conversation of what happened. There was no closure to that, and y'all just move on and fuck whatever, whoever, and be like, okay, and just keep it pushing, and then all of a sudden 40 hits you. You like, oh, I need to settle down. But yet,
Awesome comment by Angela, who's on our Facebook Live. So if men know that, why do they contribute to it?
Contribute to what? Men need sex. Look, this is in the Bible. Abraham said it best. I don't know which
This fool
verse.
is quoting.
Men.
I would
pulling
like
out
all church
Look,
members
It's
to
all
understand.
people know.
This is
This
scripture.
is not
Men
scripture.
need. We don't
He
want
said
sex.
Abraham said it best.
Look, let me tell y'all something.
I'm
gonna tell you.
done.
Let me be real with you. This is not. This men are designed for. Why you think we have 1 million sperm? You think that's in this for just because? We need sex. We need to release that shit as much as we can. That's why we have 1 million. You have 1 egg. We got 1 million sperm. That should tell you something right there.
Eileen is speechless.
I have nothing to say because that's not in the Bible. I want people to understand.
I'm gonna send y'all the scripture.
I'm gonna get a shirt that says Abraham says it best. I'm gonna put it on a
Abraham
shirt.
said it best.
Abraham said it best. Okay.
Old Testament.
Okay, let's just bring it on back.
Patrick Scott, what did Abraham Lincoln say? I got questions.
Let's just bring,
Abraham Lincoln.
let's just bring it on back. Let's bring it
Man,
on
what the
back.
hell they talking about?
So basically, I'll go around the table. I know one here is not single. The way they talking, Lord Jesus, whomever,
pray for her.
whomever.
We gonna pray for her tonight.
So
Before
why?
we'll throw it
So
up to me.
The podcast.
made for each other. So Gabrielle, why do you think you're single? What do you think is holding? And let's go on personally, and why you know for yourself,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then on the outside of it.
Okay, so personally, I definitely know that I took time. I was engaged, came back from moving. I moved to a whole nother state, like Virginia. And that ended and had to come back. And it was the repairing of my mindset of knowing that I had uprooted my whole life to give my life to someone else. And then when I got back, everybody's like, are you okay? Are you all right? And I was like, I'm Gucci. At the end of the day, if somebody don't want you, they don't want you. And he cheated. He cheated with somebody around the corner. A whole time, I'm thinking this girl was in California. She was right up under my nose. Hey, girl. Yeah, in my face. So, personally, I know that I took time off to build a business, to make things happen, to take care of my boys, to get to know me again. I traveled by myself for the first time for my 35th birthday. And that was, for me, that was epic because I've always been that person to plan trips with other people. However, when other people say, Gabby, you're single because of, my mouth is slick. It's real slick. You can't tell me something and think I'm just going to
Reckless.
regret. What?
I've heard it.
Reckless.
I will cut you down to the white meat
Yeah, man.
and look at you sideways and not care that I said it. So I have to work on that.
Is that based on your?
Based on what?
Is that because was you like that before? Yeah.
That's just based on my mom being from Louisiana. I might be a little reckless. Just a little bit. Just that Cajun side to kind of come out a little ratchet. Yeah, I'm just a little bit. I mean, I might listen to a little bit of Too Short and some other things. But
you're speaking your truth. You know
it
your
is.
truth.
I know me. But in the same breath, my sister tells me all the time, she's like, you don't have balance. And that's true.
It's very key.
I work. I work a lot. You know, the things that I do for business, they do sometimes overtake my life. I do take on my clients as personal friends. It becomes to the point where, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, I had to start putting my phone on Do Not Disturb, y'all, because I was on the phone with clients at 11:30 at night. We came out of the house at 11:30 at night. What am I doing?
So then you wouldn't have time.
I had
for
no
someone
me
else.
time. I had nothing for a man to even think about getting some time. And then when I did find that time, it was always like, oh, let me check this email. Oh, I got to send this text. Oh, I got to.
So you really want
So you didn't prioritize that man.
Right.
Balance, yeah.
So that's what my sister's very big on the balance factor. Like, you have to set time apart to do dating, to do anything.
Yeah.
So that for me was huge. But yeah, that I definitely know. Now it's been 2 years. Now, y'all, we got to do something, because I'm just saying my baby finna be 17 and he gonna have a girlfriend before his mama get married.
We gonna work on it.
We gonna work on it. We working on it.
Anthony.
I'm single by choice.
What do that mean? I hate that shit. I'm single. I hate meeting a man. Hey,
Listen,
why are you single? I'm
listen.
single by
Doing
choice.
Being single has a lot of definitions. I think people have. If we all ask what single mean, we probably have all different definitions, right? Mostly.
I want to know why you're single.
Why
Okay.
are you single?
Tom, I'm actually doing a lot right now. I don't have time to give to someone else. I don't think it would be fair for them to actually be engaged with me at this point, because I don't have that time. So if I'm with someone, the time that I will allot for them, I want that to mean something, and not just be like, hey, I got 6 hours before I go to work, or you want to come hang out, whatever. So that's for me. But I'm not looking for a relationship. Like we said, we have needs. So
You want cup buddy.
sometimes
Reaching out for a cup buddies. Code word.
sometimes you do look for something to satisfy those needs.
So you got a list. You got a couple people you can just call, slide
See,
through.
then
So-
why she gotta say a couple people? Though?
let me
Why
say it.
just
So
can't
y'all
one
gotta
little
have
nice
variety.
girl?
I said prior to,
Mm-hmm.
you already know right now you cannot invest the time into someone because you have a lot going on.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant by, right now you cannot put in what needs to be put into someone.
Correct.
So do you tell people when you meet them, or you just not even meet anyone? You just have you have that phone call and then they know the deal. But you made it clear to them. That's what I mean when I said before, men,
We
people
adults.
know.
We adults.
I mean, some people are older than us and not adults. What I'm saying, you
Yeah.
already know right now, if I meet anyone, I really don't have the time to invest, to be fair. So why would I even waste someone's time? So you meet a woman right now who wants to be in a relationship, be married, and right now I can't even show her the best of me. You're not going
Right.
to waste her time. And that's what I meant earlier. You have to communicate that, because you know what you can and can't do.
So what and this is why I was disagreeing with that to an aspect. If this guy's not giving you a lot of time and you're giving him more than he's giving you, are you putting yourself out there, or are you blaming him for not saying, hey, I don't have enough time for you, so you need to stop coming over here and cleaning up and straightening my things out, just when we come over, just leave after we're done. And that's what
Yes.
Damn.
I need to tell her that.
What I'm saying to you is this.
Well, I want to take that away from
What
her.
I'm
That's
saying
what she
to you,
wanna
the
do.
same way, you're being an asshole. The same way,
Tacos.
it's not fair for me to use someone just to help me move my furniture, or this and that. And I know the person cares about you and wants more, and I'm taking
How
what
do
they.
I know that?
Man,
Really?
women will use your ass.
You
like
just
it
said
ain't
we
shit.
need to say it.
What
right?
I'm saying
if
is,
she would have told me,
Very few
that she
people are
want
gonna
that,
just come over because you cool, and I'm gonna clean and cook for you all the time because you just cool.
Because one, that's time and effort, and cooking is something that is coming from her. That's
The same
task.
way same way that a woman knows when a man, if he's doing a lot for her, and he's like,
y'all
you,
know that. Y'all be
everyone know, we're grown. You know when a woman, and you know what we know when a man,
so you
and you know
man
as
to
a
move
woman.
your whole house, and you don't get
What
that
I'm saying though,
man
and
no
if you
love.
keep doing that and using that person, you know fully well your friends will tell you, girl, you know that man like you.
Right. You know he.
And you're like, what do you
interested.
mean? I don't know if he like. Yes, you do.
You do know.
Yeah, you know.
And then you're
Just wanna
you're
use
leaving
him.
him in this zone. You may not be giving favors.
That's his fault. I'm
not saying that it isn't, but also you have to be upfront, because now when you show up with the boo you want who ain't do none of that stuff, and he go fucking ballistic, sometimes you have to, there's consequences of what you set up.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you
gotta
have
be
no
honest with
time
people.
to
You gotta
invest,
be blatantly honest with people.
and you have to be, it may
I don't-
be
But
hurtful,
everybody
you gotta
can't
be
handle
honest.
honesty.
I don't see where the disconnect come from. I don't understand how a woman can say, "I didn't know he didn't want more." If he's not giving you, if he's not pouring back into you to what you're doing.
If a person said, I didn't know he wants more, the person's not being honest. The same way a man can say, I didn't know she wanted more, you're not being honest.
But are you giving her any time? Like the person that comes over, cooks and cleans for you. Are
you
you
slinging that
are
dick, you giving her something.
This is what I was about to say. I said, look, how I don't know is that this is the best dick she had. And she said, I'm going to clean this
That
house.
could cause problems.
I'm going to clean this house, and I'm a
Let me tell you something.
I'm a cook.
That can cause
I've said this
major.
before, and I don't care if I
Good
get
dick
ripped
comes
up
with
for.
great responsibility.
I mean, my thing is this. If you do not want more, you have to be ugly with it and savage with it. This is all
People
that
don't like
it
that.
is.
Early,
It doesn't
Early,
matter
look
what
at
they.
me. Look at me now. You know damn well how I act.
You
And
have
she
to
will
be.
ignore that and
Listen
still
to me.
come get
but
it.
then that's why
Sorry.
you replace her off that
Shit.
roster. You know why? Because that
That's
emotion
personal.
she's building is going to cause a problem for you. So when you are ready to settle down, and she ain't going to be the one, because she's not going to be the one you settle down with,
No.
you now have somebody who has been fueled with all your energy and your soul tie. And I've been cooking. I cooked his food. I bought him groceries. I cleaned his house, because I know he's working hard. He didn't see what my worth. He wasn't looking for your worth at that time. So you've
No.
caused a problem, because you know fully well what that person wanted more from you. Let me tell you something right now. Let's keep it real.
Oh shit.
I'm
Let's keep
listening.
it real 100 right now.
Okay.
Erlene's not doing extra shit if all I want is to be pleased. You're not getting the good meals. Y'all know I can cook. You're not getting, and it's going to be, okay, I'm gone. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm gone. I'm not doing that. And you can't come to my house. And you can't stay.
Like
And
a
you know
fucking
what?
dog.
I don't want you mowing yard.
Sit.
I don't want you doing anything extra, because I don't want you doing anything that's investing into me.
Right.
'Cause I don't want you like that.
Okay, I understand that. That's and I don't understand where the disconnect is. If
Sometimes men do relationship shit with people.
I did that shit before. And I didn't know. But sometimes we don't know it.
And I'm saying,
Sometimes we
y'all
don't know
know. You're doing relationship
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
with people who never had anything like
I
that
did
before in
that
their
shit.
life.
I did that
We're
shit.
damaged people. We're damaged. This
I
is some
see.
damaged baggage
I
around
will
here.
admit to that. I did.
I
And
see.
you have a lot of folks we ain't know who've never had anything
Why is she
good.
so crazy?
You know, because, you may have given her a meal. You may have been like, oh,
Yeah.
girl, I'll put that battery in your car for you because you're a
Man.
nice guy.
Right.
And they haven't. That's why it takes time to know people, pre-date.
Yeah.
Get that background before you even just fucking them. It can just be some fucking
because that
situation.
could just be who he is.
It could
And
just be a
I'll
fucking
help you.
situation. What's your history? Because I need to know if there's gonna be some crazy shit going on.
But some
Angel just said a good one. People need to stop being okay with being casual.
Exactly.
We too grown for that, because casual will get you caught up.
I'm at the point. Okay,
casual?
well, like for me,
I'm a nice person. Sometimes out here, I might change. I might not. I do stuff for people all the time. I don't look for nothing in return. I don't.
but
look at
but
it
that
like
but the sad thing is, haven't you met women who thought you may want more, because you do have
Well,
some
if you
men
continue
out
to
there.
do stuff over and over again, yeah. But I mean, if you do stuff one time or here and there because you really cut for that person, or that person is a genuine friend, then I think lines need to be drawn.
That's true, and
Some
you have
stuff
to
I'm
draw.
not doing because I like you. Hey,
You have to draw. Like for me,
cool?
the reason why I'm single, because I get this question all the time. Girl, why are you single?
You live far as hell.
Where do you live at?
I almost cursed you out.
Please don't. It's okay.
hate that.
I almost cursed him out.
You can't live no for.
I live in
No.
Baytown.
Oh, girl, live in the Woodlands. It's all right.
I live in Baytown.
IT
so-
and Beltway.
But let me tell you
But
something.
for the right one, you'll drive. I bet that.
I have had men tell me, "Oh, they meet
Shit.
me. Oh, where you live? Oh, that's too far. But let me know when you're in town. I'm not letting you know anything. I'm not letting you know I'm in town.
no.
You want to come by? No, I really don't.
I have to
Because if I live too far, because we both have vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same distance for both of us to use gas. Why would I come and let you know? Hey, I'm in Houston. Fuck no, I'm not. I'm in Houston with somebody else. I'm not worried about what do you. Mean?
I noticed that plays a big part in dating in Texas.
You have
where
some
you live
folks
at
who will not leave.
determines if you get a lot of dates
That's
or not.
true.
If you meet somebody and they're on the south side, and you're on the north, that
Look
might
at
be the end of
Patrick
y'all
Scott.
relationship.
Patrick said you live too far too. Don't worry, we'll beat him up for the next 10
Patrick
minutes.
can step
I
on a
know.
rusty nail.
Yeah.
No, I know that. I know that's that's always been a prick in your side.
It has,
Yeah.
but I mean, for me, I've been single a very, very long time, and I have categories of what single is.
Yeah.
But I've been single a very long time. But I did take, after my last relationship where I was actually a girlfriend, I took years and didn't date anyone because I knew I didn't have time and I didn't have that balance. I worked
Right.
full time, went to school full time. I wasn't trying to.
Right.
I knew I couldn't invest in anyone. It wouldn't be fair because it would have been selfish.
I think we make
Of
time
me.
for what we want too. You say y'all busy, but if y'all meet the right person,
But I knew at
all
that
that
time,
shit can
though,
change,
I
you
mean,
know?
I knew at that time I really could not give someone. It would have just been sexual. I could not give someone the time they needed, and I just decided not to even
Bother.
look. You said what?
you didn't bother with it. I didn't say
Oh, by
nothing.
the way, I thought you said something about the Bible. I'm like, I'm waiting for the Bible.
Oh.
You're killing me.
Yeah,
But you know,
we'll go
but
Old
for me
Testament in a
right
minute.
now, I have. I know for me a lot. There's some of it's my fault because I don't know if I see the bullshit. I don't know how to be naive, and I don't know how to
That's
be naive. I don't know.
Nah, no.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't.
discernment.
I can't do damsel. I can't do.
Woe is me and
Maybe he
Yeah.
mean no. I get people real quickly, and I already know your intent real quick.
off back.
And it's like, oh, I just know you got some bullshit right now.
You're a
like,
fuckboy.
oh, okay, you know, and you
Hello,
know, and I pull
fuckboy.
away
How are
on my
you?
own. I pull away on my own, and some things just fear. I've seen some nonsense. I've dated people, and girlfriends popped up, wives popped up, phone calls, foolishness. I'm like, you know what? Let me just be safe in Baytown.
I do get that question like, are you married? Do you?
Ask you if you're married.
Yeah. Are you married?
People
Do
think I'm married all the time, but
Yeah.
people just meet me. Are you married? I'm like, no, because no one sees me out.
Right.
I don't hang out like that because
You live
it's-
far.
you fall?
Yeah,
Fuck both
live
of them.
far.
That's I
Baytown.
say it for you. Fuck both of y'all.
yeah, that's far.
That's not far.
both
Baytown is
of
damn
y'all.
like right off the Beltway. Like it's
That's-
not far.
You need to pack a lunch.
I
Yeah.
live in the
they
Woodlands.
both
I
went
would.
to my house.
I could be a house in 30
Y'all
minutes.
been once. He's like, man, never forget. It's like, ew.
That shit
You
is,
know,
not
I
even
mean,
Baytown. That shit is
That's
fucking-
but I like it. You can't just say, hey, I
I
was
was
in your
in the
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
Right.
can't say
wasn't.
that.
No, you wasn't.
No, you played because the
Nah,
only
you
thing
came
good in
to see
Baytown
me.
is me. I'm just sorry.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, I'm pretty. I'm
You heard
pretty
that right.
amazing.
The only thing in Baytown is good is
You know,
That's
I'm
right.
pretty
Sis
good.
said it. I'm
But
on.
I know right now, I have to put myself out there more, and I really don't. I really, really don't because you just
I'm not
never
comfortable
know.
with that.
I'm not comfortable with it because I'm not comfortable putting myself out there that because I don't want to be going with the flow with a bunch of people right now at 41. I'm not trying to flow with it. I have things going on. I'm not trying to flow like that. I have nieces, I have godchildren. I just don't want to. And
Yeah,
Houston
that
is big but
age.
small.
At our age.
Houston big yet small. And let me
I'm
tell you
tired
something,
of that
dibbling dabbling, the mixing and stuff is real out here. I don't care about that.
The circles overlap.
I don't care about that really, but I'm not trying to be on anybody's roster right now.
not right now. No,
You know what I mean? So I'm good.
I'm the first one to go. I'm a
When
Facebook
you say
stalker.
roster,
I'm a
you say-
Facebook stalker.
I'm not trying to be a notch of
another
somebody's-
notch belt.
I-
Yeah,
Not right now because I just don't feel like it.
You always gonna be somebody not.
Absolutely, but it's by choice. But right now, the thing is, you just
Trying to
never
keep the
know
number
about
down.
people. You just never know. And for me, right now, it's the fear of the nonsense.
that's right.
You know what I mean? And I think we all can have that fear of this stuff nonsense and the games people play. Like you said, it's
When-
always the next best thing. It's always
Right.
the next best thing. People don't. You know, you meet someone today, and I don't get excited anymore. Like, okay, you know,
Yeah.
consistency is
There's
good for a week.
Oh gosh, you can't
know.
have any type of good vibe off the jump because there's going to be something that's going to diminish that whole entire situation.
You just wait for it, huh?
I just wait for it. I mean, like,
surprise.
My biggest thing now is if I can't Facebook or Instagram stalk you to find out who else follows you and then ask them questions about you, I'm going to stalk you. And see, I ain't lying to you. I'm going to stalk you because my time, like you said, your time is valuable. Yeah. So if I see a homegirl of mine knows you from high school, knows you from wherever, I'm going to be like, hey, sis, do you know X, Y, and Z? And y'all, it's a real website. I want y'all to know
background
this.
check.
There's a real website called don'tdatehimgirl.com. It's real.
What?
It's real. However, we'll talk about that another time.
See, but I can't always trust that.
You can't trust it either.
Women are diabolical. We're diabolical
That's
beings.
why we don't fuck with y'all. See, that's why y'all know y'all.
We're diabolical, and you know. And my thing is,
I want nobody else to have them.
One thing about, and let me tell you something.
Petty and diabolical.
The most dramatic thing that happened to me in dating was a guy I was dating and got married on me. We were dating.
Why is she with these married men?
Don't see what you just did there.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
Look what you just did.
This married
How
men.
did she?
She
She
about to
revert
back.
He got married on me when we were dating. So how you say I went married
PSD
men?
No.
But do you see what you just did there, though?
I did.
Judgmental.
You see what you just did?
No. We've had a lot of conversations about married men. So
there's a lot of married people out here who do not tell you they're married. That's
or
why I don't date.
Or they'll say we're separated. No, baby.
That's why I don't date.
Unless that ink is dry and I can go to the county record and look up that, because I'm gonna look for it.
That's what you might need.
I'm gonna look for a divorce papers.
Is that too much? Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying, what I'm saying to you is, when I came back, I was 30 years old. Came back into the country, met this great guy. My sister put me on a dating site, Match.com, and it's her fault.
Shout out to Match.com.
But I met this guy. We dated for a year. And I did not ask the question of what are we doing. That's why I no longer do that. I was 30. I said, what are we? I just like, you know what? He's the man. He'll let me know. Well, he's gonna set the tone. I got the whole, you know what? I can't take care of myself. My business right now is failing. You know, I said, you know what? I never asked for your business. I asked for your money. All these things. Fast forward a few years, I stopped talking to him. I cut it off. He came and found me in Baytown.
Damn, he came looking
for me.
He came to Baytown. He love you.
Something like a pimp.
He
came looking for me. Yeah, So he came looking for me, and I'm like, okay. And we started dating again. Weekend trips, all these things. Great. I said, and it didn't go too far. I said, listen, we know each other. What are we doing? You didn't know what you wanted to do the last time. What are we doing? He says, well, you know what? If you really want us to work, do that. Let's have a conversation. I had to go. He had to go. We just came back from out of town. This was April 2012. 2013. My dad had a stroke, and I left town for a month. He was calling, checking on me, how's your dad, what's going on, whoop-de-whoop, all those things. I came back in town. I hadn't seen him. He was out of town working. My friend calls me and says, hey, you remember so-and-so? I'm like, yeah, you still talk to him? Now, I'm one to not really tell a lot of people what's going on until I know what's happening with someone. I don't do the whole, I met this guy, what's happening.
Right.
I said, yeah, you know he's engaged? Huh? This is Father's Day. 2013. I said, he's engaged? Yeah.
I thought it would have been
I'm in the car with my sister driving. She says, and my sister and I, we don't really share stuff like that. She's like, she went on her phone. Let me Google. Googled his name. Found the whole wedding story on the knot. We came back in town April 20th, right? I left town the 23rd, 24th for my dad in April. He got engaged on the 25th, had a big sambuca, flew her family in, one on me. So it was 5 days later, and I've been to his homes. We had been on trips. He got engaged when I was out of town.
What did that do to you mentally?
It made me realize, I don't like to do the whole never me thing. I don't like to do that. Right. But I understood in that moment how people go fucking crazy. And I said to myself, how the hell did I see this shit? And I went through replaying in my head everything. I'm like, there's no way. I've been to his house.
Right.
We've been out of town. And I said, he needed to thank God every day it was me. I had his whole wedding online. I saw it, his whole guest list, location, hotel, all of those things. And I said, I have 3 choices. I can sit in a hole and wallow and cry. 2, get mad or whatever, blame myself. Or 3, I can go fuck it up. I can go to the wedding and fuck it up. And I have people like, what we need to do?
Bitch, let's
that's not even who I am.
Yeah.
But I knew right there.
Crossed your mind.
I said, I can see right now.
Yeah.
why people snap.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
And I said to myself, and I called him. He called me the day I found out he called me. It was Father's Day. Hey, I know you're not with your dad. I was checking on you. I'm going to his friend had an engagement party. And I'm like, I'm calling him. And I'm calling. He's not responding. So I sent him a message, congratulations on your engagement. He never responded back to me ever again. I sent him an email. And I'm calling thinking, no, you're going to. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing? And I said to myself, I sent him an email saying, I want you to thank God every day. I want you to get on your knees and thank God every day. He's a pastor and everything. I want you to thank God every day.
God,
and say,
damn, she left the best part for last. What
I
church
said-
is this?
Could have told you
I
from
said,
the
I
jump.
want you to
Nah, just-
thank. I want you to thank God every day that it was me,
The church of backsliding.
because I'm telling you right like I know. Your wedding's online, your guest book's online, the location's online, and if I was an ignorant chick, rightfully so on this matter, I could come fuck up your wedding. But you know what's gonna happen? She's still gonna marry you.
Oh, for sure.
And I'll be the fool who wouldn't let
Yeah,
go. And
yeah.
you know how, but I don't know what her problem is. So why would I do that? But be thankful every day.
Yes.
Know what I think fuck men up? I think when men are with a woman who cheats, we see how sneaky and conniving women are. And I think that fucks us up mentally.
Did you just flip it and say we conniving on what I just said?
But wait, hold on.
I'm
Here's
just-
my
I'm just
question.
saying
Why
what
does
about
it?
you?
Here's my question.
Why you
I'm
taking-
gonna
I'm
dismiss
confused.
Calm
that.
down.
I'm gonna dismiss
Take a
that.
break.
I'm gonna dismiss that.
No,
My
for
question
real.
is how is it that you don't amp up your game to be better? Like why don't we
don't care.
stop playing the defense game? Like,
Men
oh
don't
well,
care.
you know, she did me this way, so now I'm
No,
gonna do
we're not
X, Y,
saying
and
that.
Z.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying from a man's point of view, when you dealt with a woman, I'm pretty sure we've dealt with a woman who've had a man before. Sometimes multiple women who've had men. It makes you look at women different. I think it makes put up a wall. And I think we develop a wall that we don't trust women because some of these dudes have no idea.
I'm gonna turn your microphone off. I'm really gonna turn it off.
Why? I'm speaking
Mike, can we
Bible.
can we turn it
This
off?
is scripture, Michael.
Mike, can we
Listen,
turn it
Moses
off?
said this.
I want you to mute it next time.
Look.
Oh, don't do it. No, but what I'm
I'm
saying,
trying to tell
what I'm
you,
saying is,
we have
I'm not gonna let
issues
you
too.
finish. I'm gonna
We
let
have
yes,
issues
you
too.
do. But what I'm saying is, that's one reason why I think it's hard for me now, and make it worse. We're in 2019.
Yep.
Almost out of here.
So you came to my birthday thing at 5051, right? That was 2016. 2016. I had a birthday gathering at bar 5051.
Oh yeah, she looking good.
I don't even remember it. I remember it, but
What do you mean I was? You really
I'm
came
just
to my
saying the dress. I just remember the dress.
You remember the dress? That's stalkerish.
Stalkerish. I love you though. I'm just messing with you.
See how you got that
So
label on?
make it worse. So I'm there. My friends who know
You
me
give
were
her a compliment,
like,
look how she treats you.
I see.
"Stop it! Don't do that."
PSD
But he
coming
was
up.
there. I hadn't seen him in years,
What?
and my friend
Who,
was
the
like,
pastor?
Wait a minute, huh?
The freaking
"Yeah."
pastor?
This story
but
got
I
better.
hadn't seen.
Let me see.
I hadn't been there in years, right? And so I'm there, and my friend Chanel was like, "Is that so and so?" And she said, "Somebody keeps like looking at you," and I said, "It could be one of my guests." She's like, "No," and my sister was there, my cousin was there, my friends, Tim, everybody was there, and I don't tell people my business. I said, and Melanie, and then the table I says, "This motherfucker," I said, and I was ready to shut it down. I was like, "I gotta go." Everywhere I went, he walked around. So my friend who was there, I'm walking her out. I'm walking down a little ramp, whatever.
Dang.
He comes behind me and touches my arm. I almost lost it.
Yeah.
And my cousin jumps up, and I think somebody else was there. Jumps like,
What would
"You
Jesus
good?"
do?
And I had a moment like I was shaking,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking, "Motherfucker, you, who just up
Is he
and
still a pastor?
This is Tales from the
Yes.
Crib. Like he came.
Who just says, like, it's all good?
yeah?"
Who just?
And I
Nigga,
hadn't
you touch
seen,
me? I'm sorry. You touch me.
you know,
that
and
makes my skin
but
kind
the thing is, you know, when you don't know someone's triggers and traumas,
Yeah.
so I had to, and I realized I thought I was healed,
right.
but I wasn't
Right.
because I still
You
saw
never
the person.
dealt
So
with it.
now when I meet people, are you really single? What's going on? I look at how they move.
I want to know what church he is.
I want to look at how they move. I want
what he
to
talking
because
about.
with that happening, I'm honest about it, and I try not to put that on anyone else. But I'm very aware now of what I missed the first time. I think I helped pick out her ring, honestly. What I missed the first time, because I put myself out there with this person completely. So I'm like, you know what? Everyone's not him.
Right.
Don't do it, Arlene. Don't do that. But
Don't put them in a box.
So do you mess with pastors anymore? Like
I
if somebody tell you
I
I'm
really
a preacher,
don't. Honestly,
so
I
you
really.
scarred for life.
I think I am. I'm not trying to be funny.
I was about to
I'm not trying to
say,
be funny, I'm asking you a
are
question.
you actually staying busy on purpose so you don't have time to do?
Get her.
Are you? Because you the one who said you was busy. Don't come from my
Good-
sis when
good
you were
question.
talking about you busy.
Good
I
question.
And the wall divide
Wall was
has
just divided. Let's not do it, dude.
Are you
Ch-
trying to walk
no,
with the Lord?
not.
That
on
is a
purpose?
real. No, it's a real legit
But
question.
you said you were busy. Are you staying busy to keep avoiding from having a relationship? Answer the question
Shit, he
you
live
asked.
far too.
Where do you live at?
Rose Sharon. No, not anymore.
No.
He doesn't live far anymore.
No.
You live far.
Don't put
Where
my
he
bit-
live at?
But you know what? I
Don't put
will.
no, finish it. No, I'm not being busy on purpose. You know, I have a purpose, so that's why I'm busy.
He's walking with the Lord.
But
Ignore him. Ignore him. Go ahead.
the reason I ask is because sometimes we self-sabotage because we know that we have weaknesses.
Yep.
And when we are and I have my own where I know I put up walls because I don't want anyone to know where my weaknesses are, right? So when someone can get in and penetrate, you get uncomfortable and you say, I'd rather be single than to have
Man.
somebody be available to hurt me in that same way.
That's real.
Especially if you start to see like certain signs that start to flip. Because I think what happens too, and I don't know you guys, y'all probably can agree with me or not, but have you ever told somebody what somebody did to you that hurt you and then they turn around and did the same shit to you? And it's like, how the hell can I even be open up to anybody about something? Because they just know that I got hurt that way and they turn around and did the same thing.
So you're saying that the action that you happen to have had with someone else previous happened again, and you had spoken that to that person?
Right.
I think it's the triggers.
That's triggers,
Those
yeah.
are triggers.
Those
And
are
I think,
triggers.
but I think one thing we have to communicate in date, and I will, back to what you're saying, I feel after it happened, I did shut down. And I wasn't trying today. So I've had spells where I was not. I've been single a long time because I was not dating. Because I knew I wasn't good for anyone at that time. I knew I wasn't.
But that's maturity.
And
A lot of people don't know that.
But it took a lot.
A lot of
But
people
then,
hurt other people because they
Yes.
hurt.
and I think I went through a phase of when my mom passed away, just being manic. I'm sociable. You know, I'm gonna just, even though I wasn't damn hanging out, I'm gonna do these things because, you know, whatever. But I had to tell myself, okay, get that out your system.
Right.
It's time for you to really be open, and what happens happens. You can't blame that person for anything. But I had to mature. But I had to be real. I realized a long time ago, you cannot blame someone else for someone else's nonsense.
True.
And unless someone knows my story, how would they know how to handle me and to take care of me?
Right.
They wouldn't know.
But it's going to take a mature person to deal with you at the same time. You can't expect somebody who never been through a lot
to understand
deal-
that.
to deal with
Absolutely.
it. So-
Absolutely. You know, but, you know,
Experiences.
this was a good talk.
It was.
You know, I don't know what you was doing.
I was
Baby
spitting
Terrell was
facts.
over there giving
In
Bible.
fact,
He was giving the
Facts.
Medea Bible.
this was
The
a
Medea
part
Bible.
one. We're going to do a part two to
I'm
this with
coming
the
up with my
whole.
own book. Scripture according to Terrell. On Amazon.
Everyone, people hate
What?
you right now in the comments. People hate you right now in the
Hey,
comments.
new love. I love it.
Yeah, but no, we had a really good time. We will do this again with a new panel of people.
Y'all gonna have fun.
I'm
We're
working
gonna
on
be
that
in the
panel.
back. We're gonna be on.
Yeah. But you know, I just wanted to have a conversation about single. Nothing. We're not trying to save your life. We're not trying to give you advice.
No.
It's about talking about experiences and what we like and don't like about it. I'm trying to date now. I'm trying to be open.
What kind of man you like for all the men that's listening right now?
Oh, look at Anthony.
Got put on
Anthony,
the
get your
spot.
notepad out, Anthony. Come on.
I like
What catches your eye?
what catches my eye. Confidence.
Confidence is key.
So no physical attributes. Man.
It's not a big. That's not a big deal to me. I mean, we're all physical beings. No. Let me no.
Don't say that shit.
No.
When the
Listen,
snagger-tooth motherfucker
listen,
comes down here talking about I won't marry your ass.
Listen.
Oh man,
no.
she shared a story. with
Women
me,
always
so
say that.
I believe her.
Physical
you
attributes
say?
don't matter.
You shared a story with me, so I believe you.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh. I just,
I mean, physically, what's appealing to the eye is
I mean,
is
I
great,
love-
but
I
that's gonna
love-
all fade.
I love,
You gotta be attracted to him.
I have to be attracted, of course. I
All
mean,
right,
we
then.
all have the kind of like,
All
ooh,
right,
who
then. Don't
is
say
that?
no. Don't say
No,
no.
but what I'm saying though, you can be fine as hell, and
Have a
if you
stank
can't have a
attitude.
conversation, I'm not gonna even want to
Well, we
be
know
with
that.
you.
But we
You know-
talking physical attributes. Is there anything in particular that you catches your eye?
He might be
Tall,
watching right now. That's what she
short,
talking about.
Plump, husky. What you like? Talk to the people.
You know what? Let me say this.
I'm trying to help you. I want to come to your wedding.
Please listen
And when I come to the wedding, I'll be like, this is my doing. I want you to acknowledge that too.
from
I
the
did
book
this.
of Terrell.
Thank you.
Lies.
I might be the
I
one
am
that give you.
open to all heights and shapes and sizes.
I can't say that.
I just need you to have nice
She
hygiene.
said, I can't
Please
say
take
that.
care of
I
yourself.
can't say that.
I need you to take care of your hygiene. Is important. Take care of yourself. Have some
Yes,
ambition.
Wash your ass. I'm gonna interpret it. I'm gonna interpret. You say what you want.
Have some hygiene. Take care of yourself.
Wash your
please.
ass.
Lift your balls.
Thank you.
Pull it back. Clean it. You know what I'm saying?
Get the gosh. Get the gonache. What it-
Have ambition.
Yeah.
Have ambition.
Do something with
Be
your life.
supportive. You know what I mean? The
Tell her
same
she's
way
pretty.
you wouldn't have to tell me what needs to be done. I don't have to tell you. Take care of a need that.
You gotta learn one another.
Absolutely. It's come with
I believe that, man.
It come with
I
communication.
didn't know about that when I was 30. You know, I had to learn that shit when I was 40. You gotta learn somebody.
You gotta learn. You got that's an investment.
I didn't know that.
Dating is an investment. It's not about a financial. This is about you really digging into that person and knowing. Like for instance, I have somebody who I knowingly know. Like it doesn't matter what we do. We've dated. He knows the buttons to push. He
That's
knows
fun, though.
what to say.
You know
No,
what?
that shit will get his ass.
It's
killed.
y'all push our buttons. Y'all know what to do. Y'all
He-
coming there watching the game. We was watching the game. Coming there talking
I
about
might
something.
be watching the game and then you come in and talk
I
about
think
what's
we
for
need to
dinner. Then
talk.
we have a major problem. Go cook whatever
Third
you
quarter,
need.
down by 2. We need to talk.
Plain and simple.
Cut the TV off.
That mouth. Ooh.
Ooh, it's slick,
That
baby. It's
mouth.
slick like
So,
I
do you
just-
like? Let me ask you a question. Do you like submissive men or do you like dominant men?
No, you got to be
She wants
dominant because
submissive.
I need to be tamed.
You don't fuck over them, huh?
I need to be tamed.
she-
If I had a submissive man approach me, I have told men up
She will
front,
eat you.
I will eat you, spit you out, and give you back to who made you. I'm
Yeah.
good. I don't need that.
So
Yeah, it's
guys,
gonna take some time for this one.
don't walk up on that right there.
Y'all are hilarious.
that is not true. I am very approachable. Don't do that.
But you know what? People think I'm not
Shit.
approachable, and I don't know why.
I have
think
a
I'm very
resting bitch
approachable.
face. As much as I've laughed with y'all, I look like this most.
I
Time.
think I'm very approachable.
You, that's the resting
Yeah, you
bitch
might,
face.
you might want to change
I-
that. Look,
change-
you gotta
yeah.
be to get a man. You want to invite a man. Let me tell you
I-
some secrets.
We're
invite
not-
a man.
We're not doing this
Inviting
today.
a man
How we gonna invite a man?
is being.
Some supposed to walk around and
approachable.
just be like, "Hey."
You gotta do all
It
that, but a
helps.
smile.
It
helps.
that means
Just smile,
I'm-
yes.
You can come approach me. That's what all that means. A smile means
I love
I'm
a smile.
approachable.
I love a smile.
You sound real creepy right now.
I love a good smile.
I love a smile.
People tell me all the time. Used to tell me that I'm afraid to approach you, or but people assume I'm already in a relationship.
Yes.
People always assume I am
Always.
already taken. I'm like,
I'm
I'm
married.
really not.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
I'm not. It'd be nice to be taken.
See how she
You
said
know.
she don't have a shape. No, see, you
don't
can't.
I mean, I know.
I
I mean,
understand me when I say this, and I mean this with no disrespect to any skinny man in this building and watching. You cannot approach me if you are under 200 pounds.
Under?
Don't come this way.
Damn, she got.
Don't.
She hit the.
I
she
need
know
you
exactly the
I
right.
need your back
you to
strong.
be 200.
I need
Hello.
your back strong.
It's a lot
That's
about
it.
It's a lot about it.
It's a whole lot of me. It's a whole lot of
How
me.
you know a skinny man
But
won't
you know,
turn you up and flip
but
you
he
around?
could be itty bitty. I'm just saying.
Shit, nigga
Let me be
strong.
surprised.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I just need to make.
But
need to make sure your
can
back is
you
strong.
handle-
What do you get? The weekly leads.
Can you
I just need your
Yeah.
back strong.
Can you handle the back?
Just
stroke?
make sure.
That's what I'm saying.
There's when people who know
Wait,
me,
wait,
you know
wait,
there's a
first
lot
of all,
going
hold up.
on.
That's a lot of pressure on us. God damn it. Our back strong. What is y'all back looking like?
It's strong.
My
Shit.
back is very strong.
I'm
Y'all
just
see that
saying.
shit.
Jaws too. It don't
Y'all
matter.
see that
The
shit.
conversation offline.
It's gonna be, but no, it's been a really
He didn't
good.
catch that.
You know, he did.
I heard it. I was
He
gonna
heard
say
it. He
something,
didn't want to say it.
but
Yeah.
I was gonna. Nah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Thank you everyone for tuning in on Facebook Live and on Gabby's IG.
Hey y'all. Everybody say hey. Oh shoot.
Oh,
She
shit.
paused
Did
it.
I pause it? Oh sorry.
This is
Everybody
going
say
to. This is a part 1. We will have a part 2 in July,
Oh, July. That's my birthday month.
and it will be a new panel of interesting guests with us.
Well, I can't come
No, you cannot come back.
back. Well, I'm gonna fuck up everything.
you
tonight,
can't. You,
Fuck off.
you can't come back tonight, but we will have a part 2 on this in July. And single conversation is interesting. There's pros and cons to it. It can be fun. It can be stressful. I think
Yep.
it's expensive. I don't care anybody say it's expensive to be sociable in
Both
this
sides.
city. Even with free
Well,
things.
you said we had to move to the man Arkansas.
They were saying the top city to
Alabama?
Houston's
No,
not even the top city to
Minnesota.
find somebody. Minnesota.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I ain't
For
been
a
to
woman to be
Minnesota.
single,
Well,
you
they got
find
a
a
lot of
man in
pimps in
Minnesota or
Minnesota.
Alabama.
They might
Oh,
trick y'all into
Alabama.
working for them.
Alabama.
Yeah. But the
Good
judgment
looking.
is real for women. Judgment is real for men. It's expensive for men and women. Safety is key. Communication is key.
All of that.
Triggers are real for both men and women. That's something I think we pretty much
Let me
said.
see.
I
Safety is key for
Transparency
men
and
too.
honesty.
We don't want
Yeah.
to come outside to our cars busted and shit. My
And-
car ain't do a damn
Well,
thing
stop.
to you.
Stop dicking down a whole bunch of people and not telling them you don't
It's
want
not a
them.
whole bunch. It's just take one crazy.
Look,
I'm just saying.
You don't even have to have sex
Anyway-
with a woman to bust your windows out.
Anyway, you can find Gabby. Tell them where they can find you because you'll be back in 2 weeks
The girl will be back in 2
for
weeks.
my boss show. So tell them where they find you.
So you can find me at Go Gabby Go, and that's GeauxGabbyGo, and that's on all social media.
Anthony.
DATTEXBOY. Yeah, check me out. I be doing some
IG.
cooking. Yeah, that's on Instagram. I do some cooking and stuff like that. So
2 cookers, and we
yeah.
had no food tonight. This is bull.
I'm just saying, right?
you gotta holler at me. You gotta holler at me.
You can find me at your
Slide
mama
my
house
This was
from
stupid.
8 to
Cannot
7.
This boy
From
stupid.
8 to 10.
This boy stupid.
Also
I want y'all to look
Instagram.
and see him. Terrell is. Y'all see him?
So
That's who
please,
making all these
please,
comments.
please, when you get off of here, share this post.
Yeah, share it.
And please go to my link and follow me. I have my Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube channel. Please. You can go to that link and click anything you want to follow in there. Facebook, Instagram at Shall We Proceed Podcast.
I'm so proud of you.
And you're so proud of me.
I'm
Thank
proud. I like to see
you.
black people do shit like
Thank
this.
you.
Know what I'm saying?
Please. This is a great conversation. It's something we can talk about. The next show is going to be my bosses show. I'm going to have 2 awesome guests. Gabby's one of them, talking about bosses doing it big in Houston area and entrepreneurs. So it will be a much calmer show.
Yes.
Yeah, it won't be no cussing on that show.
Calm.
And I promise
This
that
was calm. Shit.
this fool next to me will not be here.
I'll be next door looking in the
His
window.
Bible quotes.
Look at Terrell. What that fall between
And Abraham.
Find
But no,
out.
One
thank
of the
y'all so
missing
much for
Bible
tuning in. I
books.
truly appreciate it. Please share, rewatch,
Yes.
keep commenting. It's been awesome. Thank you so much. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Peace.
Peace.